I grew up working in the kitchen with my mom. All the men would want to watch football, basketball, holidays. I was always in the kitchen trying to eat before everybody else, trying to grab snacks, lick the cake batter bowl. That's what I was always interested in. My name's Gregory Desmangles. I'm the executive chef for Urban Roots, Bawk Chicken and Bar, and Pangaea Beer Cafe. I've been with the company 11 and a half years, and I love all things fried chicken. So I got into food, I can't even say if it made me want to be a chef, but I've always loved food. I was a chunky kid. I've reverted to that state. Food's always been a huge part of both sides of my family. As far as like styles that I grew up with, so I got a lot of different ethnicities in my family. So my dad's, one of his best friends he's half Korean and half black. Also my step-grandma is Korean. My aunt is Japanese. And we've always just been like real open eaters, pretty open to explore. It's always just kind of been a part of my life. Like me and my pops always used to go get sushi, like that was our thing. Me, him, and my stepmom. Going to Korean food at Korea House off of Bradshaw. They're closed now, but I kind of grew up in that place, eating with the family and meeting there. Yeah, that's probably all my favorite foods outside of soul food. But I would say if I had to cheat on soul food, it definitely would be anything in the Asian diaspora. I didn't consider myself a chef until I kind of earned my stripes at Roots. But yeah, I've been cooking for about 11 years. My uncle owns Pangaea Beer Cafe, and that's where I started my professional cooking career. He didn't want to hire me at first. He didn't want to work with family, but I bugged him until he let me. And then I think it was 2011, he finally let me work. I bussed tables, I washed dishes, and I pretty much did that until they needed somebody in the kitchen. Our chef came in, he gave me a shot on the line. I was terrible. He kicked me all the way back down to dishwasher. I worked my way back up to sous chef. Pangaea, I was sous chef for 3 years. And then the opportunity came, Rob and Peter opening up Urban Roots, and they gave me the opportunity to be the head chef. And it's been a fast 4 years. That's kind of my general story with the company and being in food. One of my favorite meal my mom makes is fried chicken, and that was just something that was just kind of special meal. If mom was in the mood and she wanted to throw it together, then she would do that, or she might do collard greens and hot water cornbread. So a lot of soul food is how you make people feel, right? It's about gathering, it's about people coming into your space, and this is kind of like your hug to them. And I think that's why it's called soul food, because it's coming in, it's warming your soul, it's entering your temple. If somebody rushed it or they didn't really care about it, they didn't taste their own food, you can always tell. It's taken us a while to define our chicken sandwich. We're still in process to this day. We started the process probably a year before we ever even opened our doors, and we've been tweaking on it ever since. So it's not like we're tweaking something that is just not doing super well or whatever the situation may be. Sure, it might be selling well, but it's something that we know can be better. Are we putting out the best chicken sandwich we can put out? In the beginning, we were like, we want to just do dry. So like our big conversation in our fried chicken in general was like, do we want to do this wet batter, have this super crunchy, stays crispy forever, keeps the chicken hot and juicy, or do we want to do traditional country that, you know, might not stay as long, but it's very nostalgic and it's familiar and it's delicious too. For our regular chicken, we ended up just landing with the wet batter. And then for the sandwich, it made more sense for us to do the dry. And so we kind of had this two-pronged situation. And with the sandwich, we wanted it to be delicious and we just wanted to be consistent. And then we got a new GM, Daniel, who brought up a really good point. So like before, we've always done like a hot sauce mayo. He was like, you know, it'd be nice to have something that kind of cooled it down or balanced it out and provided like a little bit of acid. So I was like, that makes sense. And so that's why we're moving to the garlic herb mayo, just to kind of balance out the sandwich. And I think it brings a different dimension to it and kind of gives everything like, you know, a base to land on. If you want different heat levels and everything like that, it also helps balance out that experience too. With our sandwich, it's pretty simple. Like if you really just run through it, it's a fried chicken thigh. It has a herb garlic mayo, there's slaw, and there's house pickles on it. And it's on a brioche bun. It's pretty straightforward, it's pretty simple. That's what most people do, but if you take good ingredients and you treat them properly, then it's dope. I just think our sandwich is delicious, and I think it's simple. This is our latest and our greatest offering to the Sacramento region when it comes to chicken sandwiches, and I think what we got is some heat, and so you know I'm excited to get it to the people and get their opinions, and you know hopefully we'll be you know coming home with some hardware. So, you know, reason for us participating in the Sacramento Hot Chicken Battle. We just want to get back outside. You know, it's been a lot of time of us being inside, cooped up, and not being able to do what we're, you know, here to do at the end of the day, right? Like we're here to host people, we're here to host a party. We want to be around people. We like being around our peers, and we like being competitive. So it's like it's a fun competitive. It's good to be able to come out and have some friendly competition, you know, and be able to serve people, and also be able to have that kind of like FaceTime with people too, of being able to, you know, because when we cook, we're behind the wall, and so we don't really get to always have that kind of interaction with people. We had a lot of years of where it was illegal to do it. You know, we couldn't gather, and now we're getting an opportunity to do it, and I'm trying to take every advantage that we can to be around dope people, do dope things, eat dope food, and drink great drinks. And it's festive, and it's competitive, and we want to win. At the end of the day, like we're not coming for participation trophies. I think our shit's dope, and I want to get it to the people.
All right, so for the judges' vote, we have a tie for third. It is between Skips and Nash and Tender. In second, Hawks. And first place, according to the judges, Bawk.
I just want to get the most out of what we have. You know, we got 3 great restaurants that I don't think that have reached their potential. I think we got a lot of growing to do. I think we've done a lot of dope things, but I look at our beer program at Roots as kind of like a benchmark at the moment. Peter Hoey, one of our owners, does really, really great stuff. And the recognition that they get, you know, they participate in competitions all over the country. They get invited to invitationals, and that's where I want to get to. I really, really want to be able to perfect what we currently have. I think what we have is extremely dynamic if it's done right and if it's executed right. We want to be able to provide that third space for people, right? You got home, you got work, and then we want to be your third space where you come and you're comfortable, right? You know, with having a wife and having a baby, there's a work-life balance. You know, it's something that I'm learning is more of a priority than I understood. I also realized that I like being with my baby more, you know, at this point, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's not necessarily that I want to spend more time in one place or the other, but I understand that it's important. I love what I do, and I'll do it till the casket drops because, you know, that's just what I feel like my purpose in life is. My other purpose in life is raising my daughter, being a good husband, and being, you know, being present for the rest of my family because they're present for me. They show up, they support, they come to the events, they come to the restaurants. You know, and so I want to be there for those that are, you know, there for me, and I just like spending time with my squad, so, you know.